Slightly Stoopid is an American band based in Ocean Beach, San Diego, California, who describe their music as a fusion of folk, rock, reggae and blues with hip-hop, funk, metal and punk. As a band, they have released 10 albums, with their 7th studio album entitled Top of the World on August 14, 2012. The band was originally signed by Bradley Nowell from the band Sublime to his label Skunk Records while still in high school. History. Founding, early releases. In 1994 Slightly Stoopid was formed in Ocean Beach, California by Miles Doughty and Kyle McDonald, both childhood friends, as well as high school friend and drummer Adam Bausch. Soon after, Sublime frontman Bradley Nowell discovered the band, asking them to perform in Long Beach, California at the Foothill Tavern. Nowell shortly after signed them to his label Skunk Records while the members were still attending high school. In 1996 the band released their first studio album, The Punk-Tinged Slightly Stoopid, and 1998 Surf-inspired The Longest Barrel Ride. The group self-released 2001 unregistered trademark Acoustic Roots, Live and Direct the first for their own label, Stoopid Records, before issuing 2003's Everything You Need on Surf Dog Records. After solidifying a new lineup with the additions of Ryan Rimo unregistered trademark Moran, Oga Ocon from the B-Side Players, and C Money and Della from John Brown's Body, the band began to mix even more different musical styles on 2005 unregistered trademark S Closer to the Sun. The album featured collaborations with well-known reggae names such as Barrington Levy and Scientist. Closer to the Sun impressively debuted in the Billboard Top 200 and sold nearly 25,000 copies in its first 2 months of release. A year later, Slightly Stoopid issued their first ever electric live album, Winter Tour May 2006 Live CD DVD, as well as their first ever DVD, Live in San Diego unregistered trademark, while 2007 saw the release of the group unregistered trademark's fifth studio effort, Crow and Kitus, which debuted at number 55 on the Billboard 200, and number 2 on the indie charts. Live touring. The group has toured frequently since its inception, including appearances at arts festivals such as Coachella, Harmony, Lollapalooza, Austin City Limits, and New Orleans Jazz Fest. Additionally, the group has played sold-out shows in Australia, Japan, Guam, Portugal, Denmark, the UK, Germany, the Netherlands, and the Dominican Republic. OE without the fans, we unregistered trademark D just be playing at the bar, admits Kyle. OE they make it worth our while. When we go out and people are having that good of a time, the energy goes back and forth. Just a good time. We rely on each other. Unregistered trademark S energy. Slightly Stoopid has played with a Dave Matthews Band, Damien OE Jr. Gonga Marley and the Marley Brothers, Sublime, The Roots, The Expendables, Snoop Dogg, G Love and Special Sauce, Ozzy Lee, Toots and the Maytals, Helva, and Pennywise, among others, as well as their first ever sole headlining tour of amphitheaters in 2008, joined by their friends Pepper and Sly and Robbie featuring Sharon Anderson. The band teamed up with Snoop Dogg in 2009 for the co-headlining Blazed and Confused tour across North America. Stoopid Records, Live Albums. 2008 saw the band issuing their first ever Odds and Ends unregistered trademark collection, Slightly Not Stoned Enough to Eat Breakfast Yet Stupid. The group unregistered trademark's newest release for their growing label, Stoopid Records. Included on Slightly Not Stoned Enough to Eat Breakfast Yet Stupid are outtakes from both the Closer to the Sun and Crow and Kitus sessions, as well as a bevy of new material recorded at the famed Circle House Studios in Miami, Florida, and such cover tunes as UB40 unregistered trademark SA OE I Would Do For You and the traditional OE I Know You Rider. Also making their first appearance on a Slightly Stoopid studio album are newly recorded renditions of the longtime Live standards OE False Rhythms and OE Since a Miller. On September 13, 2011, the band was invited by the Grateful Dead's Bob Weir into his state-of-the-art TRI studios for a live weekcast and in-studio performance. Utilizing the technology of their studio's Constellation sound system, Slightly Stoopid had the privilege to invite some of their close friends and family down to record live at Roberto's TRI Studios, performing alongside her as well as Carl Denson, Don Carlos, Ivan Neville, Ian Neville, and host Tommy Chong. Top of the World and Meanwhile. Back at the Lab. The band's seventh studio album, Top of the World, was released on August 14, 2012. The seven-piece band continues to explore a variety of styles on Top of the World, with help from some of their biggest influences and heroes including, reggae legends Barrington Levy and Don Carlos of Black Uhuru. OE unofficial eighth member Carl Denson of Graboy All Stars. Longtime band friend and touring partner G Love. Fishbone frontman Angelo Moore. Ex-Jurassic 5 MC extraordinaire Charlie Tuna. Dumpstap Hunk unregistered trademark S. Ian Neville. And hit-making singer-songwriter Angela Hunt. The album entered the Billboard 200 at a career high number 13 as well as on Billboard unregistered trademark S independent albums chart at number 3. Top of the World also debuted on Billboard unregistered trademark S rock albums and alternative albums charts with a final position of number 4. Following the album release, the band performed on the OE Red Bull Sound Space at Croke Euro on August 23, followed by appearances on Tastemaker indie music website Day Trotter and Sirius XM. The group also appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live on September 12 to play their current single, OE Top of the World. Slightly Stoopid continues to tour extensively, playing 38 dates in 2014 in cities all across the U.S. Their summer 2014 featured G Love and also Bob Marley's son, Stephen Marley. On April 20, 2015, Slightly Stoopid announced via their social media pages and website that they intend to release a new album, entitled Meanwhile. Back at the Lab, on June 30, 2015. The album is open for pre-order on iTunes, and pre-ordering buyers will receive the track Life Rolls On for pre-release download. The album's tracklist was subsequently published on iTunes. Musical influences: the group is noted for their eclectic mix of rock, reggae, blues, hip-hop, metal and funk in their works. When the group first started out, they drew numerous influences from the likes of punk rock groups such as Sublime, Operation Ivy, Rancid, and Streetwise. Slightly Stoopid's self-titled album was released months after Brad Nowell's death in 1996 under Skunk Records. Their reggae influences stem from artists such as Yellowman, Don Carlos and Buju Banton. The band has also experimented with hip-hop on their more recent albums. The song The Other Side off the album Cronkite features the late rapper Guru. They note hip-hop influences NWA and Eazy-E, Wu-Tang Clan, and Gang Starr. Carl McDonald's vocal style in particular references reggae legends Eka Mouse, Pinchers, and Tenor quite often. Band members: Miles Doughty, guitar, bass, vocals; Carl McDonald, guitar, bass, vocals; Adam Bausch, drums; Ryan Moran, drums; Ogar Okon, congas, percussion, harp, vocals; Juggalo, Delar, saxophone; C-Money, trumpet; Paul Wollstonecroft, keyboards; Carl Denson, saxophone; Andy Gabe horns. Discography. Studio albums Live albums DVDs 2004, Acoustic Roots, Live and Direct, 2006, Winter Tour May 2006 Live CD DVD, 2006, Live in San Diego DVD, 2013, Slightly Stoopid and Friends, Live at Roberto's TRI Studios. EPs Slightly Not Stoned Enough to Eat Breakfast Yet Stupid EP. Singles Summer Tours. Gallery. References. External links: slightlystoopid.com, Slightly Stoopid on Facebook, Slightly Stoopid on Twitter, Media, Slightly Stoopid on YouTube, Slightly Stoopid collection at the Internet Archive's Live Music Archive, Slightly Stoopid at purevolume.com. Further reading: Kyle and Rimo answer the fans' questions, 2007, Scratch Magazine interview, TheWaster.com interview.